used to, all the comforts that we once had, everything that was used to be normal to us, now it's changed. See, Saul is no longer comfortable with David. Amen. He realized that Saul and his son Jonathan, that David and Jonathan have made a pact. And again, that the people are crying out more so for David than they are for Saul. Yeah. Being almighty, he's thinking in his own mind that I need, in order for me to do what I need to do, I need to get David killed. Already understanding that the priest had already come to him because you disobeyed God. I've already ripped the kingdom out of your hands, so I'm not giving the kingdom unto David. Well, Saul's saying, well, if you give it to him, you're going to give it to him in a body bag because I'm not going to relinquish. All right. Well, already fighting against God, but that war is going on, and the word declared in 1 Samuel that David heard the decree. All right. Knowing what kind of person we're dealing with, heard the decree and decided I better get someplace. Amen. Because I know I watched the man not once but twice hurl a spear at me with intent to kill me. So I know that these are not idle threats that he's making towards my life. I need to get somewhere and see how I can be safe. The word declares that he looked high, he looked low, he went here, he went there. He's looking for a place of refuge. When you had to flee a situation where you have no money, you have no substance, they said he left without nothing, including his weapon. So that he stopped off and talked to the priest. Asked the priest and said, hey, is there anything? I'm on a mission. Had to make up some things. I'm on a mission for Saul. He sent me out here to check out some things. Amen. But I left in scouting this thing out, and I forgot my weapon. And by chance, is there any kind of weapon around here anywhere? He said, well, son, David, all I can tell you is that there's no weapon, but the sword that that Goliath had, the one that you slayed, is in behind the altar. He said, well, I can take that one because there's no finer steel than let me have that. I feel a little bit more protected. Amen. How many of us believe that, again, God sometimes needs some help in protecting you? Well, yes. So he gathered this sword, made his way down to Philistine. But again, while he was there, he looked up and he seen somebody who recognized him, the guy by the name of Doeg, amen, D-O-E-G, doggy, or whoever he's pronounced like, amen. And seen him recognize that was David. Now this individual is working for the king of the Philistines, amen. So David tried to disguise himself, but he knew it was going to be trouble. This individual recognized that I was David. Wow. Yeah. Definitely. David makes his way down to unfamiliar territory. All I'm looking for is refuge at this point. Yes. Stay with me. We're going somewhere. He looks for refuge. Again, he makes an entrance into the place. All of a sudden, guess what? This individual who had spotted him beforehand went and told the king, guess what? Who I seen in your territory? King David. Amen. I seen the great mighty David out here. The one that slayed Goliath. You know the David we talking about. The David that they sing songs about in the village. You know the David I'm talking about. You know the one that they bring out tambourines. The one that they blow horns about. I'm talking about this mighty man called David. Now, quite naturally, the king would be interested in knowing why would David have the audacity to be on my turf. Why would David be here and ain't asked for permission to enter my turf? Amen. I say somebody needs to go out and gather this David and bring this David unto me. Watch this now. Watch this. David is all alone. David is on the run from Saul. All David perceives right now that I have is the sword from Goliath. A hope in God. Wait a minute. I got a sword and I got a hope. Watch this now. Yeah. They gather David. They bring him to the king. Yes. David recognizing that right now I am in a pickle. How many of us know that we've been in a certain situation and we thought that, well, good God Almighty, what can I do to save myself from this situation? David, instead of calling on God first, he pretended to be mad. Instead, he started to spit running down his beard. He started acting crazy. Who is y'all? What do you want? You need me to grow something for you? You got to die? Maybe he started to act crazy. And the king was expecting a noble man. The king was expecting a mighty man. The king was expecting someone who was supposed to be of authority and power. Amen. But when he seen this individual acting like he was a fool, acting like he didn't have common sense, acting like he couldn't even control the spit that was coming out of his nose, why would you bring somebody? Can't you see that this man is bad? Too much war has drove him crazy. Too much of this has made him mad. Why would I want this individual in my presence? Watch this now. David's at his lowest point. Stay with me. But the king said, get this man away from me. Watch this, watch this. Watch this. This is where you and I come in at. David flees from the situation. And again, still I'm out here by myself. Amen. But I'm by myself. But now, for the first time, I recognize that I'm not by. Wait a minute. Even though my surroundings is different, when I used to lay in the king's palace, I'm in a cave, I'm laying in dirt. I want somebody to say something. My circumstances has changed. What I'm used to has changed, but something has swelled up on the inside. Hallelujah. Something has changed in my thinking. Despite what I'm going through, I find that all that I have is grace. Woo! Thank you. Glory to you. Yes, sir. My Lord. I got. See, I don't know about you. But what I found was when God became real in my life, I had to experience some real situations. Wait a minute. I had to recognize that I was in the place of a madman. I was crazy in my own thing. Yes. But when God shook me, when God delivered me, when God kept me, amen. Wait a minute, even though I thought I was bad. Yes. My Lord. Come on, let's eat this word now. Watch this. Because we are having some in the cave experiences right now. See, Corona has got us all. Wait a minute. Corona has got us in a cave situation. But the question being is how you are reacting in your cave experience. Wait a minute. What you're going through while you're in your cave. Amen. Some of you can be going in your cave and feel like, guess what? I am so mad that I'm stuck in this cave. Some of us can be saying, what's going to happen while I'm knocked down in this cave? My Lord. We can't find any appreciation while we're in this cave. But then there's others has recognized that although I'm in this cave, although I'm all by myself, I'm not alone. I serve a God who's in the keeping business. I serve a God who's in the uplifting business. See how I see why you brought me here, God. I see why you brought me here. I see it. I see why he brought me right here. Watch this. Come on. 34. It's so dynamic. They're so dynamic. I didn't make up a praise in the cave. That's what they entitled this somatic song that David wrote while he was in exile. It was so dynamic of a poem that it was used as an alphabet lesson learning technique for all the other children of Israel, because each and every word followed in concession the Hebrew alphabet, word for word, letter for letter. See, his praise was wow. So he said again, if you want to learn how to praise God, there is a technique. Watch this. If you want to learn how to praise God, there's a roadmap. See, I'm trying to tell you, the word has purpose in your life if you'll let it. Watch this. After being mad, knowing that again, me being stupid. How many of us have been stupid in the way we do things?
Come on now.
Have found ourselves in a situation and somehow we've come out.
Yes.
See, the foolish will be saying, how clever was I with that? Boy, I worked that thing out.
Yeah, right.
I did that thing.
Good luck with that.
But those that have the seed of the Spirit of God in them will realize that it wasn't me at all, but it was God who was keeping me all along. So once you realize that it's God and not you, what comes out of your mouth shall be, I will bless the Lord.
At all times. Come on now. Come on.
Wait a minute. His praise shall be continuously in my mouth. See, wait a minute. What you got to realize is that praise ain't just on the inside. Praise got to come out on the outside. Amen. See, you got to be able to tell somebody about the goodness of Jesus. Y'all gonna make me work in this. Praise God. Watch this. Number 2. My soul shall make boast in the Lord. Watch this. My soul, recognizing what God has done in my life, it starts to blow a trumpet. Ain't God good? Ain't God all right? Lord have mercy. I love Jesus with all my might. Watch this. But see, here's the key word right here. The humble.
Come on now.
See, let me tell you right here. See, as long as you're powerful, as long as you are boastful about yourself, God can't come in and change your circumstances.
Hey.
Something has to change in you for God to see. And the moment you get humble, the instant you get glad.
Jesus.
Oh, God, come on and work this thing.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Jesus.
Thank you, God.
Work it, Jesus.
Come on now.
Work it. Watch this.
Jesus.
Watch this. We don't got this. Watch this. It's a lot. Watch this. Number 3. Oh, magnify the Lord with me. Watch this now. Oh, magnify the Lord with me. See, David realized that it was one thing for me to praise God. But see, it's something about when you get something good in your life. Watch this. Hold on. It's something when you have something good in your life happen, you want to share it. And once somebody realizes that same thing that happened to you can happen to me, you start to see everybody.
Yes. Woo, join in. Hallelujah.
Watch this. The bottom half of that. Watch this. Oh, magnify the Lord with me.
Yeah.
Now, we all know this. At least we should. Magnification doesn't make a thing bigger.
Brings you closer.
Oh my goodness, I wish you'd stay out of my sermon. Watch this. Magnification does not make a thing bigger, but it brings it closer to you. And see, it makes it something that appeared to be small at one time. Absolutely, you start to see it for what Magnify the Lord with me.
Yes.
Exalt him with me.
Ah.
Lift him up, and I promise you, whatever you're going. See, I'm looking at a man that had to magnify Jesus while he was in the whole 18 months. God speaking to him, working with him. God saying, magnify him with me, Jesse.
Yes. Woo. Thank you, Lord.
Woo, watch this. Stay here, stay here.
God is name.
Stay
Yes,
there,
Lord.
stay there. See, after you magnify him, let us exalt
Oh, God.
his name
Together.
together. See, this is the reason why it's important for the saints to come
Yeah.
together. Amen. See, because again, the praising, this is what I loved about what you did here. Sunday after Sunday, you're starting to catch fire of what the name means when he said, just praise him. See, when you're praising Jesus, it comes off like a symphony. It comes off like a song.
Lord Jesus.
You put your altos and your sopranos and your basses together, and you start to sing a melody unto Jesus about
Yes. Yes. Oh, God.
who Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Watch
Thank
this.
you, Lord.
Watch this. He's going to give him some instruction. Keep in mind that when he got to this cave, word had spread about David, the anointed one, the one who had slain 10,000 or more. He went before the king. Amen. See, they might not have knew the circumstances that he really had to humble himself at that particular time and play the madman. They might not have knew the circumstances that he had spittle running down his beard looking like a complete idiot, but they knew the outcome, that David walked away. And they knew that again, if David walked away, see, David didn't walk away from his own might. He didn't walk away by his own power, because David walked in, him and one little sword. There was no way in the world he could have left the presence of the Philistine unless God.
Come on now.
Yes, my Lord, my
So, when the word got out, you hear somebody get to Samuel. Get to 2 Samuel. Get to that 3rd or 4th verse. Come on, get to somebody. Hurry up. I want you to paint the picture. 2 Samuel.
What, chapter 3?
23. Chapter 23, the verse where he declares those that came with him. I think it's the 3rd verse, ain't it? Anybody there? Amen.
Then they told David, saying, behold, the Philistines fight against Keilah, and they robbed the threshing.
No, that's not where we at.
1
Samuel 22, 3 and 4.
Oh. Then and David went thence to Mizpah of Moab, and he said unto the king of Moab, let my father and my mother, I pray
Not
thee.
again, one more time. So Samuel, 1 Samuel 23. 22, chapter the first verse 1, 3 or 4 in that order.
Okay. I'm not sure what you want, but David therefore departed thence
There we go.
and escaped to the cave of Adullam. And when his brethren and all his
There we go.
father's house
Watch this.
heard it,
Watch this.
they went down thither to him.
Watch this. Who came though? Come on, keep
And
going.
everyone
Watch
that
this.
was in distress,
Watch this.
and everyone that was in debt,
Watch this.
and everyone that was discontented, gathered themselves unto him, and he became a captain over them, and there with him about 400 men.
Watch this now. So David, again, somebody heard about how God had brought him over. These same individuals who were brokenhearted. Guess what? Those individuals who had isms, who had debt, and wait a minute, those individuals that were tore up from the floor up found themselves following David down to that cave.
Wow.
My Lord.
Jesus.
Watch this. You will think that sometimes in your life, because of your circumstances, you are alone. But God is preparing you to be a captain.
Shut up. My Lord. Jesus. Yes.
My Lord, that's a word.
Yes.
Hey, God, that's a word.
Watch this now. It'll look like from the naked eye, I am by myself. Now, why would somebody follow you in a dismal situation, follow you in a cave and look for instructions?
My Lord.
So what he did when he got to, this is what I like about, watch this. David was a devout musician. Watch this. David was an honorably fierce man of war. Watch this. David was an astute politician. Watch this. But when David started to teach the people, he didn't teach them how to play the harp. Wait a minute. He didn't teach them how to go to war. Watch this. He didn't teach them how to be politically correct. What he taught them was the word of God.
Hey!
Jesus. All right. My God. Lord, thank you, Jesus.
So he started off this praise in the case. Said, well, guess what? If you're trying to get to know God, you need to start off with a praise. When you're trying to...
There you go. My Lord, my Lord.
Watch this. And then he's going to give them some of his own personal experiences. And number 4, he said, I sought the Lord and he heard me. See, in other words, he said, hey, guess what? The God I serve is kid tested and mother approved. I know it's been a time that you called on your mother, that you called on your father, and you found that when you called, they came. I'm telling you, no quicker when you call on Jesus.
Will he be there? Come on.
Will he not be there? Hey, wait a minute. I sought the Lord and he heard me. Wait a minute. There was more. And he delivered me from all of my fears. So not only can I call him, he's a deliverer. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He said, I'm in fear. I'm comforted. I wish y'all knew something about the God I'm talking about.
Come on now.
You better praise you, Jesus.
Watch this. Come on. Watch this. Watch this. It went from now. Watch this. You gotta watch this wording. It went from I all of a sudden to they. Wait a minute. So they started to get in agreements in the house. They started to feel what David was talking about. I can see their hands starting to go up. I started to see them start to I started to see them getting happy on the inside. Remember, they've been distressed. They've been in debt. They've been outcast and downtrodden. Imagine now they're starting to get happy.
Happy.
What's this? It said, they looked unto him and were lightened. I said they started to get happy. Watch this. And their faces were not ashamed. They started to get prideful. They started to do like David. My soul can boast in the Lord. I can be exalted with him today. Oh, Jesus. Watch this. Watch this. Ooh. Watch this. He's telling my own personal experience. This poor man that you see before you cried. And it might not have looked like when I was standing before Ameliach, the king. It might not have looked because I was playing the madman, because I had spittle rolling down my beard. It might not have looked that I was crying on the inside, that I was praising him on the inside, that I was worshiping down on the inside. When I was going through, no matter how it turned out, at that moment I was thanking God for keeping me. I was thanking God. Oh my God, for moving me.
Thank you, Jesus.
He cried and he heard it. And he saved me out. Hallelujah. See, when you know what trouble looked like. See, when you done tried everything. And everything has failed. And you tried Jesus. And he just, I keep coming back to my Exodus. See, I couldn't break the chain of addiction.
Come on now.
See, See, no matter how much I put me in, I couldn't break those chains. They would always lasso me back in.
Yeah. Come on now.
But the moment I laid on that couch and got outside of myself, put all my cares away, I got humble in my spirit, and I cried out to the Lord. Guess what? Deliverance came.
Yes. God, thank you, God.
Watch this.
Yes.
Watch this. God, you're working. Don't stop working. Don't stop working. Working. I need some powerful readers right now. Can I get some help? Can I get some help with some readers here? Because we don't want to lose the energy. If you ain't powerful and anointed in this word, I can take it from here. I need somebody to read number 7 for me with power and authority. Raise your hand so I can call on you. Who's ready? Come on, evangelist.
Then Saul said unto his
No. Psalms 34.
Psalm 34, I apologize.
Who's ready? Come on, Jake.
The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivered them.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. We are a little lower than the angels. We're a little lower. Watch this. I don't want you to miss this. I want you to see sometimes you think for a minute that you are something special. And the only